Just got a little bump. Yeah, something bumped me. It's almost time to open up my other bottle. Alright guys, so I finally made it back to this flat where I've been seeing these reds. I see a little bit of activity, but not that much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a tackle change real quick. I put a top water on this morning thinking maybe I'd be able to get something on it. It's really cold. I knew it was a low possibility, but I just wanted to see if I could get a big trout on it. Trout love top water, especially the big ones. So just wanted to see if I'd get anything on it. I just got one bump so far since I've been out here, so it hasn't been that great of a bite so far, but tide's starting to come in a little bit, so I'm gonna put a circle hook on to get ready for these shrimp just in case I need to use one, and then I'm gonna tie something else onto my quantum and possibly see if I can't get something on that also. But I'll get back with you guys. I'm gonna change all these out real quick, then I'll be back. Okay, so I misjudged the wind this morning. I didn't think it was going to be coming around here, this side, so much. So I'm actually about to go right back to where I started out this morning, see if I can't see anything there. Since that wind's blowing across this part of the flat, it's going to make it really, it's going to cool this part of the water down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start wading my way back that way slowly. See if I can't see anything over there. I don't see any action over here. There's no mullet, no birds. And one thing I love about doing this video stuff is whenever I look back and I see, okay, last 2 times I came here, there were birds down this whole flat, everywhere. There was mullet jumping, there was action everywhere. Now that I come around here, I don't see any of that. I don't see any mullet, I don't see any birds. I don't see any of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through, wade this a little bit deeper, try to get a trout, because I already tied this shrimp on, I already put this shrimp on. I'm gonna try to get a trout on this shrimp right here and wade down that way, see if I can't see anything tailing on the other side. Try to get some trout. But yeah, I wasn't expecting this much take this bullet weight off. I wasn't expecting this much wind on this side. I was expecting it to come from a little bit more west. So I'm gonna toss this guy out here, and while I'm waiting, pretty much I'll just sit here and I'll still kind of work this guy. I'll bump him a couple times. Ideally, I'd like to drag him behind the boat while I fish more artificial. But the way the wind's blowing, it's blowing right at me. So these guys, what I like to do is, there's 2 ways you can hook them. There's a little triangle right here on the side of their head. You can either go through that triangle, through their head, or you can go through the tail. I like to go through the tail. I used to put it through that little triangle, but I started putting it through the tail. I don't think it matters really. I think it's more of a preference thing. I don't think it really makes them act any different. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw him back here like that. I'll set the drag on this one so he stays alive and he's free line. So what we'll do is we'll let him drag behind the boat. I'll grab my paddle tail, and while he's dragging behind the boat, and I got my drag loose on that one, so if something hits it, I'll know. I can fish with my paddle tail. So I put a split shot on that shrimp to try to keep him down a little bit, because when I was dragging him, it was keeping him at the surface. This wind is blowing, so it's keeping him up. I'll bring him down into the water column some. And what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to keep it to where my kayak floats out beside me like that. Keep that bait out further. And I'm walking the flat. But I'm very, very surprised that that shrimp hasn't got hit by at least a trout net by now. Alright, I got him on a bobber now. Toss him back out there. I'll keep him out of the grass, won't be dragging on it. I got this loose, so if I hook into something, I'll know. Alright. Now I can fish. That's one good thing about using the live bait, is I can fish that shrimp out there in the deeper water. And it's more of a passive fishing. Just let that sit, and I can also throw my paddle tail. So bait isn't a bad thing. I do enjoy using bait sometimes, you know. Sometimes it's more of a hassle to me than it is using artificial. Like this morning, I decided to get up later anyways because I knew it was going to be cold out this morning. So I got up a little bit later. The bait shop was open. Stopped by the bait shop, grabbed the dozen of bait and, you know, shrimp. I know these fish have been very spooky lately. So, you know, spend $5 on a dozen of shrimp and you're good to go. But I won't wait in a parking lot for a bait shop to open. Oh, I just spooked something off right there. I won't wait in a parking lot for a bait shop to open. This is really deep right here. And that's one good thing, is you shouldn't be only artificial. You shouldn't be only bait. You should know how to use both. You should know how to find both, because during the winter, when bait is very scarce and you can't find bait as easily as you can in the summer or spring, then you gotta know how to use lures. Now granted, you could always go get shrimp and stuff like pinfish from the bait shop, but pinfish is pretty expensive. It's like $10 a dozen. Last night I was sitting up trying to plan where I wanted to go today, but I was either debating on coming here or going to Boca. And since I knew I was going to be out a little bit later than normal, I decided to come here. This is closer to home, so it essentially gives me more fish time. I would have had a little bit more blockage from wind in Boca from the islands where I was going, but I really want to get redemption on these redfish. And I came out twice now and I've got bumped every time, so I really want to get some kind of redemption on these redfish that are hanging out over here on this flat. So I was on my way to head out there to drop a shrimp down, and I just came across something pretty cool. Let's see. I don't know. what kind of condition it's in or if it's broke or what, but oh, that's cold. Use my paddle. Wow, nice. Look at that. Look at this thing. Wow, it's just like the one I have. Nice. Just found this on the ground. Sweet. I can give this to my boys for their kayaks or for their john boat. That's awesome. Put it right there for now. What's up, guys? So I'm about to be back at the kayak launch here in a minute. I didn't catch anything out there in the deeper water. It was about 8 feet deep out there. You know, I tried 6 feet. I tried the different depths and tried to adjust the weight to those depths. I didn't get anything on the shrimp. I only used 2 shrimp today, actually, out of the dozen. The first one I used for the first probably hour, and the only reason I changed it is because I accidentally threw them off. They got wrapped around my tip and I threw them off on accident, but I put that other one on, and when I just took him off, he was still alive, so I just tossed him in the water. So I didn't get anything. There was no, usually you'll get something. Normally, like either snapper will bite its legs off, or pinfish or something will bite at your shrimp, but I didn't get any hits on that. I got one bump on my paddle tail this morning, but it was just a little bump. I mean, it could have been a puffer fish coming up and just bumping it. It could have been anything, but I haven't seen any mullet all day. Very, very few birds. The tide's coming in, so I don't know. It just, there's no clouds in the sky at all. I know the moon set isn't till about 1 or 2, and usually I try to base my fishing on the, you know, this moon set. That usually helps out a lot, but I didn't get anything today. I'm still gonna post this video. I'm still gonna, you know, show you guys that I didn't catch anything today, because there's all these other YouTubers. I mean, a lot of them do show their days that they don't catch anything, but a lot of them don't show those days that they don't catch anything. They'll come out, have a bad day, and they won't show it. They'll just delete it and save it for another day or whatever. But I'm still gonna post this one. I had fun. You know, I found this thicket, which is great. That was a great find. I mean, these things are anywhere from $50 to $100 depending on the size of it and whether it comes with the lanyard with it or not. So that was a good find. I mean, that's awesome. So even after the $5 in bait, the maybe $5-10 in gas I spent, I mean, finding this sticket right here, it made my trip worthwhile. But like I said, it was fun to get out here though. I still love being on the water. Even if I don't catch anything, it's nice to get out here, relax. You know, again, it's a good mental thing to be out here. It helps you cope with a lot of things being out here. So, but this is the end of the video. I'm gonna come out again Thursday with Manny. Probably go out to Boca. I should have went out to Boca today. When I was looking at everything and doing all the information, my mind was telling me to go to Boca. Even when I woke up this morning, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna go to Boca. And then last minute, I changed my mind. I'm like, you know, I really want to try to get back on these redfish. I want a redemption on those redfish. It's twice I've came out now, and I had one hit, and I just had too much slack in the line, so I missed him. And last time I came out, I had it bump the shrimp, then I had it bump the jerk shad, and I lost that. I did catch the cobia, which was great. That was a good redemption on top of that, but I still missed those reds. And you know, it's been kind of eating at me that I've lost those reds, because usually if I have a red bump my lure, I'm usually 9 times out of 10 I get it in the boat. But so that just goes to show though, if you make a plan the night before, and you know, I even woke up this morning and I retied everything I tied on yesterday. I mean, I just let my mind get the best of me. But if you make a plan and you're stuck on that plan, that's the plan you want to do, don't change it, stick with it. Because this goes to show that, you know, I had a nice plan. I was going to go out to Boca. It was supposed to be really good fishing out there, a lot of wind coverage. So this just goes to show you that I changed my mind last minute, changed the lures I was using. I wasn't even going to get bait this morning, but I decided to get bait. I just switched everything up on myself, and honestly, I think that's what did it. So I'll see you guys again. Make sure you like, subscribe, you know, share my channel. I hope you guys like my content. I really hope you guys are, you know, enjoying everything that I'm doing out here. I don't catch 100 fish every day I come out, or I don't catch, you know, PBs every time I come out, but I do catch some fish. And even on my bad days, I'm going to show you guys this. And I did get a hold of the winner of the giveaway, and I already shipped that out to him, so he's supposed to be actually receiving it today. So at 500 followers, I'm going to do another giveaway, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited to get to 500 followers. But I enjoy doing this. I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you guys again. And remember, there's always time for one more cast. I'll see you guys later. What's up, guys? It's Chris from One More Cast. So as you guys can see, I had a really bad day today. It's been, can't think of how long since I've gone out and not caught one fish. It's been a really long time, especially since I've had the kayak. I don't think there is one time since I've had my kayak I've gone out and not caught at least a ladyfish or even a puffer fish or something. But it was a really rough day today. I woke up this morning, it's 44 degrees when I got in my truck this morning. Bluebird skies. I already knew there wasn't gonna be a cloud in the sky. By the time I got to water, it was 50 degrees out, and I was at 7:30 this morning, so I already knew it was gonna be a rough day. You know, the wind was blowing not too hard, like 8 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, not too bad, nothing I can't really handle. But and the tide was coming in, so there was water on the flat. I just didn't see any fish. I didn't see any mullet. I didn't see any birds. I didn't see any boils. I didn't see anything today. I seen absolutely nothing, not one fish. I seen a little bit of bait fish up next to the mangroves, but that was it. I even threw a shrimp into the mangroves to try to get a snapper or something. Nothing. There's nothing. I don't know what the deal was with today, but needless to say, it was bad days. But I'm still gonna go do this tackle talk with you guys, show you guys what I used. This is honestly probably my favorite part of the video, is the tackle talk. So I started out throwing this 5-inch jerk shad by Z-Man in the Beer Run color. I really like this color just because I like throwing whites, and I also like throwing natural baits. And I feel like when this color's in the water, it's see-through on the bottom right here. It's see-through with that gold glitter. So with it being white, almost pearl, almost that Slam Shady color on top, which I love the Slam Shady color, and then clear on the bottom, as whenever you put this in light water, it appears to be a light bait. When you throw it in dark water, it looks like a darker color bait, like it belongs in that water. So I really like this color a lot. This is definitely going to be one of my main colors that I throw from now on. But I threw that on a 16th ounce Mustad grip pin hook. There's a 4.0 hook. And then what I had, so on this morning, it was the Z-Man. This is the Eye Strike jig head, 1/8 ounce red eye. It's the same one I've been showing in my videos. I haven't actually retied this one time in the past 3 or 4 trips. You can see there's no rust on it. It's still really sharp, and I've caught some fish on this. I started out on this with the 4-inch diesel minnow Beer Run. Didn't get any hits on it, so I figured since I wasn't seeing any bait at all in the water, I would switch up, and that's when I put the 3-inch minnow on it, and that's what's tied on here right now. I had something bump the 4-inch one this morning, but that's all the action I got. I have felt a little bump, and it felt like a little trout, a small one. It didn't really get it. But also this morning, so I had the Moonwalker tied on first thing this morning. I was trying to go for just a big trout. Usually with in the winter months, you throw top water, it's gonna be a really big trout that wants to hit it. So I threw the top water just to see if I could get something. I didn't think I'd have any luck on it, but you never know. I was just going for a really big trout, see if I could have got one. I didn't have any luck on this at all. Once I took that off, I put on my Miradine. It's the one with the inline hooks. It's the one I caught the cobia on. And on that, I did a, let me get some line out. I don't know if you can see or not, but I did in the video, I don't know how well you can see it in the video, but I showed you how I did it. But that loop knot right there, very simple knot to tie. I usually don't go any bigger than this. This is about as big of a loop knot I tie. It gives it so much more action. So once I took off the jerk shad though, I went ahead, because I got some bait this morning. I stopped, got some shrimp. I put on this is a 3.0 Mustad. It's a Mustad circle hook, or Demon Perfect circle hook is what it's called. But this is a 3/0 size. This is a really good size to fish, especially when you're fishing the bigger shrimp. Put a little bit bigger hook on. I usually either throw a 3/0, or depending on the size of the shrimp that I've got on there, I'll throw a 2/0. Same thing, these mustad hooks, they're very sharp. This circle in it, I mean, it makes it a good hook set. Makes it easy for a really good hook set. I also did a loop knot in that one also. Anytime I'm throwing live bait, I have a loop knot tied onto it. Same loop knot I tie on my Meridine. Now, didn't have any luck. I fished this a few ways today. So I fished it with a size 5 pinch weight. I didn't have any luck doing it like that. Just trying to keep the shrimp low, closer to the bottom in the deeper areas. I also tried to float it on a bobber. Didn't have any luck doing it anyway. Not one thing hit any of the shrimp that I threw out there, which blew my mind, because normally if you throw a shrimp out, especially in 3 to 4 feet of water, you're at least catching trout. So it was crazy that nothing hit the shrimp. But something I did this morning though was I went, and normally I run on these, normally I run 20-pound fluorocarbon. Well, on my Quantum, the one I was throwing the top water and the Meridine on, I did have 20-pound, but on my 2 pens, I was throwing the ones I was throwing the live bait on and the paddle tail on, I actually went, I've got some 15-pound fluoro. I decided to go down a little bit. This water is so clear right now, so I decided to go, I went lighter fluoro, and I also made a longer leader. So I made, I think it was a 48-inch leader. So I made a longer leader, and I'm usually comfortable. Once it gets down to about 24 inches is usually when I cut it off anyways. Normally I fish a 36-inch leader, but today I decided to go with a 48-inch leader just to give it a little bit more distance from the line. That way it'd be a little bit more invisible. But didn't have a good day today. I hope you guys still enjoy, you know, me tying the knot on the water, and you know, seeing the and I found this sticket right here. This is an 8-foot sticket that I found. So that was really cool, because those are about 50 to 100 bucks depending on the size and everything you get. So that was a good find today. I still had a fun day out on the water, but hope you guys enjoy this tackle talk. Hope you guys enjoyed the footage I got today. Didn't get any fish in the boat, but I still went out there and I still had a good time. You know, I still try to give a little bit of information out there. So like I said, I hope you guys subscribe, like my videos, share my videos, tell all your friends. Like I said, down here in Southwest Florida, all these waters out here is where I'm trying to fish. I'm trying to get a bass video going. Just right now, with it being so cold, the bass aren't really biting as much. They're laid down. They're real deep right now. So come spring, I'm definitely gonna get a bunch of bass videos. I'm gonna try to get a peacock bass video. There's a bunch of videos I plan on doing this spring. We just gotta get through the winter first. So I'm planning on going out Thursday. Possibly Thursday I might be out on a buddy's boat, so I might get some really good footage on a boat. Friday, I'm definitely going out in my kayak. I'll probably have my buddy Manny with me, and we'll get out there and we'll probably try out Boca, see how Boca does, because I'm still trying to get some trout in the boat for one of my buddies at work. But thank you guys again for supporting me. Thank you guys for, you know, watching my videos and helping me grow. And like I said, I'm just trying to get better. I'm only trying to grow more. So I'll see you guys later. Remember, there's always time for one more cast.